Hi, I'm Robert Cochran here with Faces of Parkinson's, and we're here at the Lou Ruvo Center today. I'm here with my good friend Ruth. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
Ruth, what do you do here at the Lou Ruvo Center?
I'm the clinic social work manager, so I supervise the social work department. I have 3 social workers that work with me. I start new programs. I make sure that we're responding to the needs of the people, both the people we serve and then other new needs in the community, and also work really hard to partner with folks like you. Again, because we do what we do, and that's our thing, but we also know that our folks need a lot of other supports and services and information, so the best way to do that is to work with other people.
That's great. Regarding Parkinson's specifically, give me kind of your history, why you're involved with it, and how you've seen it evolve in the time you've learned about it and known about it.
Well, when I was leaving the Alzheimer's Association for work and was going to work at the YMCA, I had a friend of mine who literally said to me, when you get there, you need to start a Pedaling for Parkinson's program. So as soon as I got there, I looked it up and saw that they actually partnered with the YMCAs across the country, which was news to me. And so in my time there, we started a Pedaling for Parkinson's program. And that led me to meet a lot of people with Parkinson's, their caregivers, to learn a lot from folks about what it was like to live with Parkinson's and what they needed.
Pedaling for Parkinson's is a particularly interesting program. My P's there at once.
Yeah.
What do you know at this point about Pedaling for Parkinson's, and why is it a beneficial program?
Well, what I've learned about it is that if people pedaled fast enough, and the term that they use is forced exercise, and I think it was 50 minutes at this optimal heart rate, which is 60 to 80% of your max. So again, it's not like you're just going all out, but that it could impact your symptoms of your Parkinson's disease and reduce it by up to 35%. I had folks that said, I'd much rather do this than anything else, and folks who said, I haven't been on a bike in 30 years, but I'm willing to try. And so I thought we could do that, because we were all learning together.
You mentioned our meeting together, and that, obviously Boys of Summer, we serve in a different way. Right. Tell me about your feeling about Boys of Summer, your feeling about baseball, and how that ties in maybe to what you're hoping to accomplish.
Right, okay, let's see if I can get through this without crying. I've always been a baseball fan pretty much as long as I can remember. My belief is that you can provide good medical treatment and you can provide good social work services, and those kinds of services are really important, but I think most of us live our lives outside of those boxes, and we really want to. Those are the things that make life meaningful. So I think the opportunity for us to try to say, how do we help people become less afraid maybe? I think sometimes those things are best provided if you can maybe pull up the YouTube channel and watch a movie and first off say, wow, I'm not the only one. And maybe what I'm feeling isn't outrageous at all, it's very normal. It's hard, but it's normal, and people have felt like this. And just because now I have, in this case, Parkinson's, that doesn't mean my life is over, or my life with my family is over. You telling that story about your dad, again, the beginning story, the beginning piece of it, which is we're going on an adventure, and we're going to do the stuff we always wanted to do, because sometimes the reality is if you're diagnosed with something like Parkinson's or Alzheimer's, we know the end. It's not a great end, but we know that, and then you can kind of say, okay, wait, now I really need to plan my time well. Yeah. And so what do we really want to do? Right. And we should all kind of, I think, get up every day and kind of say, I'm going to enjoy this day to its best. This is the gift, all I have is today. So, and hopefully tomorrow. But so anyway, so you guys did that. And then that continuing story of, again, life gets in the way. Right. We know illnesses like Parkinson's get in the way sometimes. And so again, as a caregiver, and maybe a caregiver who doesn't live close, I think you guys also have a unique story to tell, but it's important because there's a lot of us like that. But again, how do you figure out how to keep the good stuff and the fun stuff and the stuff that's important that happens outside of being a patient? Right. How do you keep that in your lives? And then how do you manage your own stress, whether you have the illness or you're the loved one, right, close by or far away? So I think those things are really important. And it's baseball, for God's sakes, right? How can you not be romantic about baseball, right? Yeah. Firm believer.
Good. Well, you seem to hit on all of it, and I'm looking forward to our presentation here. I think we're going to do some great stuff, and again, hopefully launch it back out there and let people do what they will with it, because what you just said, I think, is so important, that for people not to feel alone. For people to understand, whether it is through the portal of seeing the film or through, hey, I want to tell my story. Part of what we're doing here with Faces of Parkinson's, to say all of us are providing, as Parkinsonians, as caregivers, as providers, we're providing some piece of this humanity that hopefully makes us all better.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
We can live our best lives by doing that.
Right. And I think, I got a call this morning from somebody, and it was just the reminder to me again of how scared people are, and that they may call me, but I might seem, even though I'm the number they have, that might seem really overwhelming to them. Because again, I can give them the great version of, we've got support groups and we've got education classes and we've got all these things for you. That might seem really terrifying. But, for example, I said, well, but there's this Parkinson's movement fair this weekend, and there's going to be all this stuff, and you can just stop by. And I thought, oh, thank God. Again, thank God we have those other things for people, because some of us are used to like, oh, sure, I'll come see a social worker. It's not everybody's thing. Or just go to a support group. Like, not everybody wants to do that, and they're good things, but maybe over time, that might be more comfortable if you're not ready to start there. So it's so important to have so many other things available to people.
Yeah, because like you said, everyone has a different entry point, a different level of comfort.
Yes.
And then, like you said, once you form a relationship, the person you thought you were may not be, in fact, who you are. Or you could shed that skin and become something you didn't ever believe you were.
Absolutely.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Ruth, thanks. So we could tell you this much more. Maybe we'll meet again.
Okay.
But for now, this is Faces of Parkinson's. I'm Robert Cochran. We'll see you next time.